Hi, my name is Marietta Mehanni and I want to show you a little combination I've just recently put together for my classes. Really like this. It's using figure of eights with a pendulum and figure of eights with a rocking horse. And we use the pendulum to switch sides. So with the pendulum, we're lifting the leg out to the side and we're using the hands in a figure of eight motion, and I'm working with the palm of my hand. So push, lifting the body up vertically. And then we go to the side. Now, the difference here is now I'm working with the back of my hand with the rocking horse. So from here, it's just face the side and keep the legs moving. Back of the hand, up, back of the hand, up, back of the hand. Now back to the front, pendulum, back to the palm of the hand, and then all we do is face the other way, and you're using the back of the hand. Oh, out, oh, back to the front, and work with the palm of the hand. It flows really well from the lower body aspect because the legs just keep doing this, but you change the position of your body. Watch for this because I have clients that do this. They do pendulum, and then when I say turn to face the side, they actually switch the leg that goes forward. I'm like, watch me, you don't need to change the leg that goes forward. If you turn to the right, keep your right leg in front, come back to the front. When you turn to the left, keep your left leg in front. They don't need to change. But the other thing that makes this little combination work is the fact that you go with the palm of your hand with the figure of eight to the front, and then you work with the back of your arm. It works, those arm lines work really well together, and it feels so nice because you're getting balance with all the muscle groups that you're working. And you could do 30 count sequence like this. You can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, back to the front again. So you can put this piece of choreography together, or perhaps only doing that is too quick, and you might want to do 16 counts of each and increase the repetition. Anyway, very cool. I hope that you try it, and that is this week's Aqua tip. Demonstrating this on land does not require any equipment. In fact, it will be in your way if you're using a frame or a chair. You really need to do this standing, but you don't need to focus on too much jumping. So to start with, I like to demonstrate the first move, which is the pendulum from side to side. Now I'm doing a little quick, can you see how I'm going from one leg and then I hop to switch legs? I want you to think as an instructor that you've got to put your foot where the other one was, because that's what you're going to tell your class participants as well. So here, and then it's a quick switch, quick switch. Just double check that your legs stay straight. You don't need to lift your leg up high because you won't in the water. And the really important thing is to make sure that your arms are reaching down. So you'll notice my arms are fully extended. So when I teach the pendulum, I get them to do this movement pattern, or I show this movement pattern, and then I highlight that the foot replaces the other one so they can feel this in their inner thigh. And to be able to do that successfully, they need to project their bodies vertically, and fingers are open, palms going the same way across the front of the legs. That's all the cues that I will use. So I'll actually teach it in that order. Then we teach the rocking horse. So I'd go from here and say, okay, everyone, facing the right or the shallow end or the deep end. It doesn't matter which way you turn first. But if I'm going to lead with my right leg, I'll indicate this side. I'll say, okay, everyone, facing the deep end, right leg up in front, left leg behind. Now work with the back of your hand. So open your fingers and you're pulling with the back of your hand. Open the chest, roll the shoulders forwards. Open the chest, roll the shoulders forwards, and throw yourself forwards. Throw yourself forwards as you do this exercise. Now back to the front. Try and make sure that your foot is going back to the center. Lift up vertically. Drive the arms across. Now facing the shallow end, and lift up the left leg in front, right leg behind, and let's get those big figure of 8 arms going. So I will turn, stop moving my legs, still demonstrate the rocking motion with my torso, but demonstrate the hands. And as you can see, having a chair or a frame will make the whole thing awkward. Then of course you can break it down. So okay everybody, we're going to do 8 of each or 4 of each, whatever you're comfortable with. But let's go back to the front, and we're going to go 1, 2, well it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, face the other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, back to the front, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Now face the shallow end. 1, 2. You'll actually count this one. 3, 4. Then back to the front. 1. So the leg you start with, if that's 1, 2, 3, 4. When you face this way, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the front, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4. Back to the front. 1. So you're always using the same side to count down the repetitions, and it can get a little tricky when you turn to face the opposite end, right? But as long as you remember, you start counting on one side, you keep counting on that side. The key thing here, as I mentioned in the water, is make sure that they just keep the legs moving, and all that changes is the body position and the hand movements. I love this combination. I hope that you try it. Not too hard on the body to demonstrate on pool deck. And that is this week's Aqua Tip.